Yo, welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles with Justin and Ulam. Off screen, I've done some filling in of the section over here, trying to get a little bit more farmland going because, I don't know, our food just seems to fluctuate between saying that it seems to be doing fine enough that it's going up, and then suddenly saying, no, you know what, actually we're going down, and then it's going back up, so I just figured throwing in a few more storage and generation points over here would probably be a good idea. Plus, as you can see, I've sort of really doubled down on how much butcher stuff we have going on, so hopefully that'll help keep the pig stuff going decently. Although, again, as I believe I've been mentioning, we are just about at capacity for this map. And I'm thinking that, depending on how well we're able to fill all this out today, either this or the next episode will probably be the last ones of this season before we go ahead and close it for the time being and come back to revisit it once they've got a new patch. So, on that note, trying to look at happiness. There we are. So we're at about 80 average. It's not very high, so that's probably why we're not quite hitting our bed count. But, unless I'm going to... Because I think because we put this reservoir here, it would be best to go ahead and use this area for, again, just more farmland and farm storage. So we'll probably go ahead and use this area for housing. I don't really think we need any more industry. It should definitely already be plenty well taken care of. Those. Let's see here. So, I believe our towers are. I mean, maybe. I know. I mean, yeah. Ugh. We could kind of use another tower somewhere over here, although, yeah, it's going to end up being a little uncomfortably close no matter how I do it, but yeah. So maybe not right in this corner, but then again, maybe right in that corner. Yeah, that's probably a good spot for it. Just to make sure that we're covering our bases pretty well. Let's turn the camera a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot. Was that 6? Oh, and it looks like I've gotten this out of whack. Okay, well. See, that's all even now. Alright, well, we'll let that build before I go again. So, nuts. Should have been doing a better counting job. Well, one other thing I've been noticing is it keeps complaining about this cemetery. I think that means that having these cemeteries out here is... Well, I don't know. I kind of doubt that that's actually hurting our happiness. Otherwise, I would have figured they'd give us a notification about it. But I think that for future planning purposes, we'll try to plan cemeteries in along with markets and so forth, so that they're a little bit better spread out. Although I think we clearly need more markets than we need cemeteries, given just how many plots of land there are, well, given the structure format that I use here. Oh, which, now that I think about it, I guess, if instead of doing a 3x3, if part of what I changed was that I just do the caretaker and then the little plots of 3, so that it's 2x2, which would match the coverage of markets, that might, yeah, because that might be more appropriate to spread out about as much as we spread out markets. Yeah, okay, so that might be a plan. Although, all do those require? Yeah. Gold and stone. Which, trying to think back to the beginning of a given playthrough, stone and especially gold do not start showing up as particularly easy to use commodities for a while. So that'll probably be something I need to just plan in as I'm making the first couple housing block areas and just planning around. These give 3 in radius, and they take up quite a bit of room, but then they are pretty cheap, and they do give me more spots, so I've only went with 1 town square this time, specifically because, by and large, I only use the town square for its festivals. And while it might be nice to have more places you could initiate the festival from, that should be pretty inconsequential. But, I mean, 3 happiness isn't bad, and they do spread it pretty well. Although, despite... Let's see if I can find where I've put a library. That's a clinic. There's a library, so... This should be one that's, yeah, been going for a while. So it's at 12 in radius, at 24 gold per year. Oh, yeah, so okay, so 12's the max. And yeah, 12 compared to 3... And 24 gold a year shouldn't really be that much. Especially given I should really be doing a better job of spacing those out, yeah. So doing multiple town squares for happiness purposes seems absolutely unnecessary. 3 dragons, 13 Vikings. Alright, so he's already getting in range. 2 others are behind him. Are the Vikings doing a split, or... Yeah, I think they're all here. Alright, so they're all landing on this shore, and then they'll walk their way around. Dragons ought to be dying pretty soon if they haven't already. Alright, good. He hasn't burnt anything yet. Oh! Nope, yep, he's already been taken out, and the other 2 are only just riding. I love our ballista defense. Although, 15 up was probably a little excessive. But, I'm not sure exactly how much more range you get per each one. So the issue would be if I did restrict these towers with them by their height, then I would need more of them. But now that I'm thinking about it, on the flip side, if instead of doing them as sets of 4... No, wait, right, you need... Well, no, you need sets of 4 if you want to go this high. But a single stone tower... I think that's what we have over here. Yeah, and I've built that one up as high as it'll go. So how high is this single tower? 6. You can get 6 out of it, and this isn't a ballista. Yeah, so I don't know. Or do the ballista just naturally have the same range? Because if they do, then yeah, that wouldn't really be high enough to be worth putting them individually. But given just how much of a difference, these are like what? Yeah, so that's 11 compared to 6. So that's nearly double, which is part of why it's much larger. So yeah, I think for towers we do still probably need to commit to these 4x4. So if I do cut it down from 15 to only like say 5 maybe. Wait, because that can go on its own. So yeah, there's actually no point in doing the 4x4. Unless I at least do something closer to 10. So yeah, the difference between 15 and 10 is pretty small enough that that's probably the better investment. Be a little quicker to build them, so forth, and they really, yeah, 15 was definitely a little excessive. Let's see. Go ahead and plan in some of our farming stuff up here. Let's see, so oops. Let's cover that over that. So it definitely kind of, I mean, we're a little over half in terms of grain. A little over half in terms of... Alright, looks like we definitely have gotten pork to the point where it's good. But both fruit and wheat look like they're at about half of their capacity. So let's... So I could put 2 in here, but then I only have room for 2 of the things, and honestly, actually, really, Would be better off putting in like one here and filling the entire. No, not the entire. So that's a little problematic no matter how I go at it. So maybe instead I'll have like those be granaries or something. Right here should be fine though. And then I can put two produce storages here. Ah, or that's what I can do. I can have one of these orchards. Well, let's cover the nicer spot right there. And then I'll do you, and then we'll put produce storage here, and then a granary right there in order to service a farm back here. Because yeah, using the 3 right here should be diagonal enough into a way that it shouldn't be an issue. So, hello, things walking around, getting shot at and whittled down so that you're ready to die. Alright. That there, and farms all around it. Let's see here. Fit in. Whoops, nope, didn't for too much. 1 granary, 2 granary. Oh, I need to take the water. That's very covered. Not sufficiently. If I put one there, that's a bit of an issue. Okay, well hold on. We can fix this. Nope, go away. Let's actually just I could have sworn I clicked on demolish. There we go. Let's go ahead and demolish you. I didn't actually need to demolish all of those, but some of them definitely needed to go. Alright, so we'll put the well here. It should cover that, I mean, enough. It's not great, but it'll be enough. And we'll just move that farm area over one, which I'm now realizing puts one of them kind of definitely in that flooding area. Ugh, well, we needed the water. Alright, and let's surround that by farmland. One small granary right there. Where are they? Ah, there they are. Alright. Now that was, I'll just leave 2 buildings here with a little bit needing water. Alright, hold on. There's a way around this. Let's see. No, not you. Here. We'll build on top of that one of these. Well, that's already far along. We'll place that with a well. There we go. And we'll put another produce storage right there. Let's see, this is a 2x2, so we'll go ahead and make that an orchard. And 2 more produce storage. And I think we'll put in 2 more granaries there. Oh wait, there's spots right below those, aren't there? The angle. Alright, so there's definitely enough for another orchard right there. A amount of fertile land. Right from right there. There we go. And then we'll put in our 2 more produce storage. Yeah, see, we just keep having them complain about it, even though we clearly have plenty of plots open in the cemeteries that are a little further from the population center. So I think just putting it in the population center will probably help that a lot. Now, let's see. This is water right next to, so I probably want this to be orchards too. Save. Well, let's see. How far do you reach? So if I do 2, 2 is orchards. This spot right here is probably not. Go across there. That's what I'll do. Let's root across here. Yeah, and that's not going to be super fertile, but it is covered by the reservoir, so I mean, it's fertile enough to grow anything. And we could always use the more produce storage for it, too. Alright, so, then over here, we put in... Whoop, nope, up. There you go, alright. And while I could put in more, the problem is... Well, yeah, I mean, I could put one more in. Okay, yeah, I need to remember that I also need to be... Yep, keeping track of where we need these. Right there might cover this area well enough. Yeah, that'll cover that area decently. Alright, so then we will put in one more orchard. Right here, I guess? Because I do want to try to make the most benefit of our fertility areas. Alright, and then we'll put in... See, that's 2 and 2 for 2 of them, and then we'll put in 2 more here. And then we'll put in a small granary right here. Whoop. To try to help with the farmland we'll put here, and then we'll put a large granary right there. Windmill in the middle. Farmland all around it. Alright. That's about, I think, all we'll probably do with farming up here. So, let me see. Where's our nearest? Is this a... Oh, that's the church. So, fire brigade is there, and that's a clinic, or is that a library? No, that's the library. So the nearest clinic is not particularly near then. Alright, so I think that's what I'll put in both of these 2 spots then. A fire brigade further, seeing as how the other one is a little closer over there, and a... Oop, nope, it's under advanced. Clinic. Alright, and you know what? Fill in the rest of that area with granary and a small granary, because we just very much want to make sure we have storage space. And again, how much water coverage are we getting from that well there? It should be enough that... Actually, if I move this over and put a well in right there, we'll get a little bit better coverage. Whoop, up too much. There. And then a well, which is a little excessive, but it will cover up that spot right there that was a little shallow. So we'll need more wells to cover stuff out here. Let's see, there's a market up there, there's a market here. So we'll probably need I mean, I could probably turn this area into a market. So let's see. For that, we will need... Let's go with market here. Market here. And... Actually, let's go ahead and start practicing that. We'll put the cemetery right there and add in its 2 extra normal plots right next to it. Alright, and then using the top, what else do we need? We've got those 2 kinds of buildings around, so that's fine. Do probably need a tavern in there somewhere, so honestly, let's go ahead and just throw that in without even really asking, because obviously we'll need a tavern. Don't really need a butcher there, because markets are able to go grab meat, right? Yes, so they're able to go grab meat. Alright, so we need one of them to be a baker, for sure. Where's the baker? I must be looking... Ah, there it is. Yellow roof, that's why I was missing it. Alright, and then... Hmm. What else? Put in a stockpile for, like, tools? No, but that shouldn't be necessary here. Hmm. Well, now that I think about it, I guess especially given the space we're working with right here, I could actually go ahead and just have his cemetery be 2x3. Because as long as it's connected to that, I think it can be used by him. I think we did start to have some issues when I tried to build cemeteries out 2 away from the caretaker. Did I not tell them to put something here? No, apparently I didn't. Well, honestly, that well would better go there. But oh well. Put in a small granary then. Alright, so still roughly the same. Let's see, I could go ahead then in that case and just fill this area just with houses, which is probably a good idea. So we'll put in here. Oh, come on! You had to move. Here we go. Alright. Manor. This guy. Oh, because it's going off the upper left corner. Okay. So there. Here, and then 2 cottages behind it, which we'll need to turn. And I think I just turned it to where doors are facing away. Honestly, at this point, I'm beyond caring about the aesthetics on that level. Things are a little too large for me to even be able to really see where doors are. Alright, so that covers all of that pretty nicely. Looks like they got this tower just about in. So once they finish that off, what height is this tower going to be? 8. Let's go ahead and put this one to 10 then. So that'll be 8 to 9 and 9 to 10. Alright, and then we'll grab out of castle the ballista towers. Oh, nope. There you go. 1 there. Well, 1 there. 1 there, and 1 on the 4th one. Alright, yeah, and from the looks of those ranges, yeah, 10, like I said, the difference between 10 and 15 tall does appear to be minuscule enough that 10's pretty worth it. I could maybe even go about giving that one 6. But then that's the thing, because we can get, well, okay, so I guess actually now that I'm remembering, it's not, because it's not actually 10 tall. This will be 5 tall because the first block counts for 2 health. So each of these is actually only 14 tall. Wait, or else they should have 16 health. Yeah, no, so these are actually only 14 tall because the first block counts for 2. So then these, if they have 10 health, are actually only going to be 9 tall. Oy, confusing. I don't know. Maybe we could get away with just having individual 5 tall ones then. We might try. Yeah, no, especially given we shouldn't need to cover nearly as much when we're on an archipelago style map. That's probably what we'll try to do then. Just individual freestanding 5 tall towers. 5 tall, but with 6 health because of the way the math works. Alright, so cross this. Well, that's a little awkward. But oh well. I'm gonna cross that definitively at the moment. Let's see. Block these off anyway. And then, let's see, is this about the middle? 2, 3, 4. Whoop, nope, quit moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so right here's along the middle. And then that should mean that this is the middle again? Or maybe this is 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whoop, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Alright, so yeah, there is no... Or no, wait. Because then, yeah, if I have half on each side, then that should be 16, then yeah, position 9 has 8 on either side, so this is the halfway point. Alright, so what all do we cover well-wise right now? Whoop, nope, 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 there's a fountain right there, just click on it, Quit moving. Alright, so... Definitely need some, maybe like in these 2 corners each would be good. Especially now I'm remembering that the towers most definitely need to have good well coverage, or else the list on top run the chance of combusting. Let's see. Well, if those are non-build zones in the middle, I clearly need to work something out in each of those. Where were they again? Scope them out with these, so here on the interiors of each of those spots. Alright, so the interior would then be reversed over here. Alright, and then I have an idea for the roads to follow that. Over and over. Okay, well, apparently that caught my excess movement, but it still worked out fine. And then if those cut down, this should cut up. Now, come on. Okay, so then from up across. Oh, it is going to catch that. And then over. Alright, so that should cover that pretty nicely. And these, yeah, once all those wells are built, that should give this whole area enough room. So, with that there, we'll probably want to put one of these quadrants as a market as well. Considering we should have enough in those, so somewhere right around here. Market. Market. Baker. Baker. Let's see, anything else from this tier that needs to go in? Don't think so. Taverns. And let's see. Ooh, I hadn't thought about potentially needing another bathhouse sometime soon. Well, that should be fine. Let's see. Click here. Fire brigade here. And yeah, statue back and over here. And a statue back and over here. Alright, and that should pretty much leave the rest of this. Assuming I haven't miscalculated how many taverns I'll need from it. Filled in with these. Let's see. No, wait, that goes down then? trying to mirror what I did up there. Yeah, that goes down, and this goes up into this corner. So we'll try to mirror that up here as well. Here, and then here, and then here. Whoa, come on, quit jittering around, mouse. Alright, there and here. Then we can fill in certainly some of them with cottages. I wish that once you rotated it, seeing as how I haven't left this cottage placing tool, that it would just continue to be trying to place cottages. Let's see. So I think go ahead and put cottages on these remaining. There we are. And then a few individual hovels right next to the well, right next to the well. Right, the door is facing the wrong way, but whatever. Alright, and then we'll, whoop, nope, it's under Advanced Town. We'll put in the gardens. Alright, well, looks like we are going to have enough content left for probably one more episode. But then I think after that we may go ahead and close this chapter. Yo! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and leave a comment so I know you want more videos like this. If you want to know when new uploads arrive, subscribe and hit the bell icon to have YouTube send you a notification. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.